and fire, the open roads are thrown by your life televised, we're breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace on the fall. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing, in the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey, this life is ours divine. With HardWire, the crowd screams our name, chasing down the shadows, we're addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode turns up, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the kingdom is through. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing, in the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey, this life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the feel. Hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
Hey, welcome to Hitting It with HardWire, where we hit it with HardWire. Hey, my camera's working again. I only see one problem here. Let's see. Where do you... Beep. That's better. My little thing in the middle there was upside down. Sideways, whatever, however you want to say it. So how is everybody doing? I apologize for the having to have a late show this week. I had a benefit to go to, and now it is, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. I had to be there, and it was cool. Cold out and cool hanging out with everybody. Earned some money. Hung out. Good times. How is everybody? There's Papa, Arnie, Steve, Code, already bragging about the Eagles winning. They won't last. They'll lose in the Super Bowl though. I think the Bills are going to whoop them in the Super Bowl. What's up there, Mrs. Lance and Soundproof? I seen Frank in there earlier. I don't know if he's still in here. Redneck Side. What's up? Oh, what a crazy week we had. I did see, was it yesterday? I watched the vote anyway for Pete Hegseth. Is the new SecDef, Secretary of Defense. I think he'll do a good job. Very dedicated. How's everybody else's week go by? Pretty decent. America. I was just having a conversation with somebody about the 51st state of Canada again. He said the same thing as I did. If you tell me all the things that would be so horrible about it, then you know, maybe I'll leave it alone. But there ain't nothing. You wouldn't have nothing horrible about it. Being part of the United States is the best thing you could ever do. Hey Gary, I see you stopped in. Glare. Somebody told me earlier they thought 7 o'clock was a better time for me anyway. Even though I don't usually like doing quite this late, but maybe a little bit later. Been doing 2 o'clock for so long. It's just it's become my thing. I do want to start eventually doing more little more recorded content, edited, and not including the shows. The shows will still be on Sundays, but throw a few little extras here and there. Yeah, this was we got Christy Nome. She got approved. Let's see. I think the real interesting one will be when Tulsi Gabbard gets in there, and I'll have to listen to that hearing. That ought to be interesting. They're throwing around a lot of crazy accusations about her that I had never heard before. It'd be interesting to hear them ask the questions and see what all this rumor is about her. If it's all made up, odds are good it's probably all made up. You know how they like Democrats are like monkeys. They like sitting there flinging shit. The old lady's decided to join me. She's in the studio here with me, probably chit chatting with you guys. Had chicken and JoJo's. That's a benefit. And a slice of pizza, but I'm about pizzaed out. I've been eating nothing but pizza lately. Yeah. Well, we want to win, so let's see who could fling the most shit and get something to stick, I guess.
See what Steve said.
Steve, she already fed me one before I started the show. Yeah, she got it out. I was sitting here and I said, well, you said you're going to hang out with me while I do the show. Don't be feeding me shots. And she goes, what do you mean? I was about ready to ask you if you want to do one before the show. Like, well, wait till we get on air. She goes, no, let's do one now and then we'll do some more while we're on air. My old lady's a troublemaker. She's already starting to try to get me to get another one down. You know this is Sunday, right?
Uh-huh.
I got work in the morning.
I gotta work too.
Yeah, but you got one of them jobs where you're standing up and doing a whole bunch of shit. I'm sitting on a desk trying not to fall asleep. Fine. Cheers. Salud. And I guess I didn't get a chance to read the whole article, but I guess Denmark is getting pretty mad at it for wanting to keep pushing the issue about buying Greenland or whatever. And the hoity-toity ones in Greenland, I don't think it's the people so much as it is some of the higher ups that are probably getting pressured from Denmark to clamor on about not wanting to be a part of the United States because, like I say, I was starting to read a bunch of stuff come out online where some of the Greenlanders were like all for it. And like I say, I think it might be some of the hoity-toity ones that are all up on Denmark's side that are doing that. May it sound different. Yeah, there's some questions as to whether or not what was it? Whether or not Denmark was legally had any actual legal right to it. I know that was was there. Oh, great. Now my camera wants to update the middle of the show. Whoopee. Well, we're not doing that, camera. Update later. Go so fast here. I had it turned down to where I liked it, and then we had our technical difficulties last week. It's got my camera a little screwy. Oh well, cameras are screwy. What's up, Mike? What's happening, my man? How many beers deep are you into a Sunday today? Oh, just lit up a big old fatty and hell yeah, that's a good way to roll down the day on a Sunday. Roll up a doobie and take a few shots and pass out. Yeah, LP Hegseth almost didn't make it. They was down to the wire, and then JD Vance had to use his very first tiebreaker vote. Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever watched one of those. Yeah, and I think they're voting on Pam Bondi next, and then that Bassett guy that's going to be the finance minister, and they're going to start going into hearings with Tulsi Gabbard and Kash Patel and them. I know they need to get on the fucking ball. They said they're already farther behind on getting people approved than they've ever been. Everybody's saying hi. Hi. Yeah, and see, Trump got in office on Monday, got his inauguration done, did a quick speech, quick for Trump, and then got to starting to sign them executive orders right off the rip, sitting down. That was so nice. Sit down, answer questions with the press, like a president should have been doing the whole fucking time, like presidents are supposed to do. And sat there and took questions, and he did the one in California with the round table, and he dodged a few questions a little bit, but it was funny listening to him got into a bit of an argument with the mayor down there. That was interesting if you didn't see it. Shit. I seen somebody press or say the shit. So shit. I'll put it in there. Shit. Oh, man. And then, what's his name? Robert Kennedy. They think him and Robert Kennedy, I think, and Tulsi Gabbard, the two they said will be the two hardest ones, the only ones left that are really controversial. Pete Hegseth was one, and Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard are the other two that they're not so sure about. I would have originally thought Tulsi Gabbard would have been a shoo-in for it, man, but apparently there's a lot of bad things out there about her that a lot of people don't know, so that's why I'm going to be interested to see the hearing when it's going on for her. What's happening, Lee? How's it going, man? Oh, everybody's corning the straight. Did Straight put the corn down long enough to stop in and say hi? What's up, man? My old lady's just feeding me. I'm talking the things that I remember that happened this week, which is usually very little. I usually forget things pretty readily. See, they're already trying to block a whole bunch of his his executive orders already. There's already one of them that's had an injunction. The one for birthright citizenship. It's amazing. I got I think it's Smart News or something that can pop up on your phone, and it's got a lot of liberal news, and you see it pop up there and say Trump's trying to do a very obviously unconstitutional act by doing that. And I said it's not been challenged before, true, but by the wording of it, the way the 14th Amendment is worded, it says under the jurisdiction thereof. Anyway, that's the important part that they seem to ignore. The Democrats seem to ignore it. And if a couple of legal aliens have a baby in America, that doesn't mean they're under the jurisdiction of the United States. Simple as that. I think he should easily win it. I mean, because there was a letter out from the guy who, like an old note or something from the guy who helped originally draft that amendment. And even the guy that drafted it specifically said that it is not meant for illegal aliens to use their kids as automatic citizens. Obviously, like it should be obvious to everyone. And it's even in his notes where he said that. Now, intent is a huge part of what they try to interpret when it goes to the Supreme Court. So I really think he's got a really fantastic chance of keeping that. I think there's a good chance of it. I'm not saying for sure it will, but I think there's a pretty good chance of it. How many shows have you been on today so far, Carney? Going down through the chat, everybody's, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, believe it or not, you know what? All the me freaking out and having a fucking nervous breakdown and going on the air late and all that last week, and about 15 minutes before the show, I'm going through my computer and I'm plugging everything in, unplugging it, and plugging it in, and going into the device manager and trying to download new drivers and doing everything I can to try to figure out why the hell my camera would not work, my main camera. And then after the show was over, I spent a little bit of time, I Googled it to see if anybody else was having common issues with that particular camera. and there was a bunch of them from the past week saying that new Windows security update made everybody's cameras quit working. They had to uninstall the Windows update, and their cameras started working again. So sure enough, I tried it and it worked. So I was like, "Woo!" But who'd have thought it? I wouldn't have really thought that a Windows update would do that. Didn't go on many today. That's probably about 10. That's a few for him. That's a few for Carney. I was only on 10 today. Yeah, that's what I say. They got it in the notes where he even said that that's not what it was ever intended for. So I don't see how he can lose. But then again, you never know. They might try to say something along the lines of that's just how it's always been, and we've always interpreted it that way. So that's just what it's going to mean. I would not be entirely shocked if they did that. That was last week I was having camera problems. This week my camera's working good. This is my regular camera. Last week I had to swap the cameras out. This one wouldn't work. What?
Because I'm down here.
I already told you what it was. It ain't because of you.
Your butt.
Yeah, but besides that, there hasn't been a whole hell of a lot going on. Mikey popped some balloons yesterday.
Yeah.
I still think we ought to. We'll just start. We'll find us a little studio, and we'll do. So Mikey, somebody said something about Mikey about being on the show, and he says he's obviously not the right color for that. Well, we'll start the white version, or the multicolored version, whatever, where everybody can be in it. And Mike will be the very first one on there. What do you say? Pop the balloon Mike edition. Steve, what are you trying to do to me?
He does, I'll do it too.
Okay, Carney, I'm gonna make you get back up on here with me and start drinking shots with me.
I'll tell him to come on.
Yeah. What's up, New Orleans? How you doing? But I'd say that Trump has had a more successful first week than Biden did in 4 years. He's going out there and he ain't fucking around. He's kicking ass and taking names, man. He's getting out there and getting her done. I just seen where he went and drafted up a doodad. You know, them doodads. They're like crawdads, but not quite. Doodad drafted up a doodad to make the no tax on tips. So he's trying to get that done too. I made it quit moving. How many shots have you had?
3.
Wrong answer.
What was the right answer?
4.
Yeah, that's 3. Was it?
Yeah.
You said you want another one?
Yeah, he's trying to get a bunch of people down on the border. Ordered, about 10,000 troops. And I seen the other day he threatened a whole bunch of IRS agents if they don't actually start doing anything or doing their job or go find another job, he's going to send them all down to the border too.
Hi, Wes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think Trump's done more in this week than Biden's done in 4 years, and it was cool to see him get on in that round table down in California. For those of you that caught that, sitting there with city council and some firefighters and people, a few of the public, got there and start arguing with her, and he says, "I don't care what you say to the mayor." He says, "I don't care what you say. These people want to go back to their houses and they want to start cleaning up. Well, they got to wait at least a week," she says. And Trump says, "I don't think so. That's not fast enough. These people want to get out there and start cleaning up now, and you need to do something about it." It was funny because Trump was giving her a lesson. He was schooling her on how to be a politician. It was something. It was pretty funny, and it was cool. It's cool to see a real president. You know what I mean? He actually gets out there, he talks to the people, takes questions, gets out there with the people. He doesn't hide 3/4 of the day like Biden. He was hiding Biden, man. He was never around.
Shit.
There, you said it so.
Shit.
I made it happen.
Shit. Shit.
Everybody should have one of those buttons. I'm going to make that the new thing. The Mike Ball.
Shit. Shit.
Shit. And
Wow, man.
wow, man. And I bought I sent redneck side a couple bucks for a bag I seen in his in one of his videos. I says, "Is that little bag for sale?" I mean, I still got it, and he's like, "Yeah, I still got it." So I just cash after him the money, and he put it back for me, and he's gonna have to start charging me a storage fee before long. I keep getting busy, and I gotta get down there and get it. I was hoping to fill it up with, buy some stuff and some more of his stuff and fill it up, but I think he got rid of most everything out of the store now. Did you get rid of everything out of the store yet? I was thinking he said you got rid of pretty much all the stuff out of the store.
I was going to talk to him about a whip.
I already asked him last week
I know that, but
if you'd pay attention to the show.
I know you talked about it, but to have one customized. Because he still does that.
Oh, you couldn't hear that. I could make that sound. Otherwise, I don't think there's really a sound for that. More, it might be this one. Good. I could have been in that group once, a long time ago. You guys are crazy. You know what the answer to that is? No. Are you listening to it through your phone?
Uh-huh.
It don't cause an echo.
It does cause an echo.
Well, then stop making an echo.
Echo.
I didn't realize you was doing it. You either have to listen to it through your headphones or listen to it through your headphones with this on, but you can't do both. You create what's called oscillation. See what other one? Trump signed the get rid of DEI in the government. The left are just going ape shit about a lot of these things he's doing. It's kind of funny to watch. It's like, dude, you implemented some of these absolutely nut job crazy things, and you're really surprised when people don't want to deal with that shit no more? For real? I'm glad DEI is dead. That was for the birds. It's supposed to be, everything's supposed to be based off of merit. No, pretty sure I seen Mike on one of them in the background at one of them Harris rallies, waving a sign. I think it was a gay pride sign, if I'm not mistaken. I see Mike in the background, but one of them. He's trying to come up with a good comeback. Steve, he's gonna try and get you. What's up, Wes? Wes Winchester. You part of the ghost hunting Winchesters? Oh, that was just a TV show. Bummer. I was hoping that was real. Oh man, what else was going on? See if I can scroll down here through the news. Oh, did you hear that? The new gossip going around is Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are getting a divorce supposedly. And of course, even on Fox News this morning, they couldn't resist saying, "Yeah, because Michelle's not exactly Barack Obama's type. He likes guys." He couldn't even resist it. He tried to bite his tongue. He couldn't resist it. right on there. I think it was this morning. That was a good shit. Oh, and I just found I found a good deal. You ever? I don't know if any of you ever go to arcadeguns.com. I wish they would sponsor my show and send me some free shit. That'd be cool. But they have a lot of fantastic deals once in a while. Some of the deals are some of the stuff you buy from there is average price. Every once in a while, you get a pretty good deal, man. They had a Smith & Wesson Shield 2.0 45 ACP on clearance with 3 magazines for $350. And I couldn't pass it up. And asked the wife. I said, hey, yeah, you just have to forgive me because I just went and bought something. Better to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. $350 is a steal, man. Had to buy one. I missed part of that, damn it. Yeah. Michelle or Michael Obama. Michael Obama. I read again, or just this evening, I read earlier today that they were denying them, and then Trump threatened the tariffs, and now they're going to be sending a whole bunch of planes over to happily pick them up. So yeah, his some people might not like the way he does things, but he gets shit done, and that's what we wanted him in there for, get shit done. And he is finally. Sure is nice to have a president that actually gets up there, answers questions, gives orders, acts like a damn president. I mean, besides his mean tweets, but the rest of it. I don't know. Has he really been on any mean tweeting sprees yet? I think he's been too busy. He's been too busy signing executive orders. I know that the Democrats are trying like crazy. They're filing lawsuit after lawsuit and trying to stop almost everything he's doing, which is just crazy, man. Stop that kind of shit, man. Stop that garbage. Yeah, I was looking at the what is it, the Sport 3, M&P Sport 3 AR. Those look nice for the price, and they say it's a great entry level if you're not like already like into ARs and stuff. I was thinking about getting one of those, and 5.56 223, the ones that'll shoot both. Uh, Believe it or not, I did see that a Republican. Now this is a far, far, far stretch from anything that would ever be able to pass. But one of the Republicans did bring up an amendment to the Constitution to allow a third term for president. The condition was they could only serve 2 consecutive terms, which means the only way you could ever serve 3 terms is if you was a 1-term president, lost, and then came back, and then won twice in a row, then you could. But if you already served 2 consecutive terms, you was not eligible for that third term. Creative, probably how they should have done it to begin with. But yeah, that will never. That's just not gonna happen. They're never gonna get enough to pass that. He ain't rocking no high point. Only high points I heard that are fairly decent. Like, hey, they'll all get the job done as long as they don't jam up on you. But the high point carbines that they made, I heard are ugly but fun little shooting guns. I thought about possibly getting one of those too. 40's too underpowered, man. That's why I got 10 mil. Pour another, Mike. Pour another. Pour a double. Make this one a double. My old lady, I think she wants to pour another shot.
Comments ain't popping up there on that screen.
What?
Comments ain't popping up on that one. Yeah, there they are.
Because I was clicked on somebody up further. It didn't bring the new ones up. Mike's. Did you at least make it a double?
Oh, do you want a double?
No, I'm talking to Mike.
No, I'm talking to you.
I don't have double shot. Never mind. Did you read that?
Thank you, Steve. That's funny.
There ain't really necessarily such a thing as too small caliber if you're a good enough shot. The only reason big calibers are nice sometimes is because when the situation arises sometimes, and sometimes you least expect it, and it's nice sometimes to not have to have a real perfect aim. You might be shaking a little bit, you know. And yeah, unless you've had that happen to you, it's easy to be a armchair quarterback and think you know. Oh yeah, I would never do that. Blah blah. Yeah, yeah. Most people, it takes a lot of getting yourself into bad situations to really be able to get through it like calmly. Your first few times if something really happens, yeah, it'll scare you. I mean, but everybody anybody that tells you they never get afraid, they're a liar. Everybody's afraid. True bravery is how you get over your fear. My lady's over here laughing, so I know I'm missing something in the comments. What are you talking about? I was glad that Ohio State won. Why? Because I'm from Ohio, I guess. Because I don't know, the Steelers lost, and had to have somebody to root for, I guess, in the college. Are you clicking shit down too?
I ain't clicking nothing. You're doing all the clicking.
Take a big old rip. I've had a couple high points. They're just basically like the Timu of guns. You better know what you're buying. They're bulky and like like they're barely machined at all. They're cheap and you get what you pay for when it comes to high points, man. I mean, it'll get the job done, depending upon what you're doing. I'd say more likely than not, it'll get the job done. You won't mind melting it down when you're done. Oh, and yeah, Trump finally signed to release the Martin Luther King and JFK files and all that. That'll be interesting. But they said I was wondering why it wasn't already hearing anything about it. Apparently, there was a clause in there that said they got 45 days to release them and figure out how to deal with any consequences of anything that's in the files, I guess. It's about damn time somebody, they wanted Trump to do it the first time. Then Trump said he read some stuff in there that they convinced him could be harmful to the United States. So, what does that tell you? That tells you enough almost on its own. But I think it's about time. Everybody pretty much kind of has a real good idea what happened. So it's time to put that shit to bed. There's a lot of American made guns now. Well, assembled in American guns. I have to figure out where the High Point factory is and see if they'll let me go visit. Maybe I'll volunteer, see if they need a new engineer. Somebody could design something that ain't ugly as fuck. Sometimes less is better. Yeah, see what else do we have? I think old Bobby Kennedy there, RFK or whatever. I think he's gonna have a hard time getting him through, even though it's for a job that he can obviously do. But the Democrats have got enough gripes about him that I think that might be a tough one. But hey, Trump tried to fulfill his end of the promise. It's just getting him through and getting him approved. But if you seen some of the people that Biden appointed, how in the hell he ever got them through is a wonder. I mean, and they want to complain about some of these people Trump's bringing up. Goodness gracious, the ones Biden picked were so much worse. So much worse. It's like, man, they just need to bring that up whenever they start complaining. Man, Listen, look what you did. Look at the people you brought in, man. Some of them had to get fired, and one of them got caught stealing luggage in a fucking airport with his lipstick, shaved head, and lipstick. Like nobody knew who it was. Because just every other girl's like that man girl or whatever. My old lady poured me another shot. Steve, stop instigating her. Oh, they're made in Mansfield? Oh, I've been there a couple times to check out the old reformatory. Cheers.
You ain't gonna let me back on here no more.
Nope. No more regular shows for you.
Why not? Your fans like it.
You're you shall be banned soon. Start being good.
I'm being
I
good.
guess
I've
this
been
isn't
hitting
quite
it.
a regular Hitting It with HardWire edition. This is the Sunday evening special,
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
right? We can claim that. That's yeah, that's a good enough line of bullshit.
Uh-huh.
I think they might buy it if we don't tell them.
Y'all enjoy it.
Yeah, I've got a picture with myself of myself with that beam where one old dude hung himself on in the movie. Yeah, I got a picture of myself in the set because when you go to the Old Mansfield Reformatory, they still have some of the sets from the movie still in there, and yeah, some of the sets are cool. It's interesting that they filmed out there. I'd be interested to hear interviews with a bunch of the people that filmed it if they had any paranormal sightings or anything. I was thinking about starting my own paranormal investigator show because I think I'm really good at going, what's that? Did you hear that? I heard something. See, I'd be good at it. That's literally all they do. I don't know how they recycle that over and over again, just different backgrounds.
I'm gonna have to start me a show.
What?
I'm gonna have to start me a show.
My old lady said she's going to have to start making her own show. That's a scary thought.
It is.
That is a very scary thought. What are you going to make your show about?
I don't know yet.
How to be a butthole.
But it's definitely a scary one.
How to be a butthole and treat your old man like crap.
I don't treat you like crap.
I know you don't. I'm just kidding. She's good to me, and I could bullshit with her and tease her and joke with her, and believe me, she gives it back.
I definitely give it back. I ain't afraid to.
That Mansfield Reformatory is pretty creepy, though. I'll give them that. I'm one of them you would call a skeptic. I don't believe, but I don't not believe. I just believe there's enough of a chance scientifically of the few things that we know in the world that there's apparently a good scientific reason for it. But it's not worth messing with it. The whole spiritual realm I'll bet you there's some kind of scientific, if we ever figure it out, explanation as to where this is, whether it's a between dimensions or another dimension. Something just outside of our magnetic and visual range or something. There's some kind of explanation for a lot of it, but I also don't really think it's good to mess with things that we don't understand either. What? The Super Victoria drinking hour. You'd probably prefer the the smoko hour. That's what they call the smoke breaks and the smoke breaks and
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with this break.
going on the
breaks either.
smoko. What they call it?
Make sure I have an ashtray down here.
Call it Vicky Smoko. Gotta go on the smoko. Gosh, was that Jess that played that? Some music video. Oh, what that's a smoko. That's crazy. Yeah, there's a local. Everybody's got their local spots where people say this and this happened. Everybody's got one. Everybody grew up with one. Everybody grew up with like a warlock's grave or something like that. Everybody's got one of those. One of the ones we had around here was called the Winding Stairs, and it was a road that literally went winding around, and at the top's this old burnt down rickety old fucking barn, and if I'm not mistaken, the warlock's grave was out towards the end of it, and that was the spooky place everybody went to party and drink and get creeped out. One dude I used to know liked to cruise and booze when we was younger. We used to call it going cruising and boozing, and yeah, he always wanted to go up through there, and I did see something that defied my explanation. I looked. This is actually what happened. We're driving down the road, and just out in front of the headlights, I see this. It wasn't foggy out, okay. This wisp of kind of looked like a fog, but it a little heavier than a fog, and it was all I can say is like a wisp. And I see it pass real slow, kind of in front of the headlights, and I'm thinking to myself, did I just see what I thought I saw? And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what the hell? And all of a sudden, he looks over at me. He goes, dude, you saw that too, didn't you? I was like, dude, how'd you know? And he's like, because you looked over at you and you're as white as a ghost. He says, I knew you'd seen it. I was like, oh, yeah, and that's one of the only fucking weird kind of creepy things that's ever happened to me. And we was young and we was drinking, so who the fuck knows?
You're gonna have to teach me how to do a show.
I'm going.
Look what you started.
I'll have to teach her how to start her own channel. Oh man, that'll be the end of my channel because I'll never get you the fuck off of it.
Yeah, you will. That's why it says it's an hour.
No, you definitely ain't doing Vicky's sewing hour because you can't sew for shit.
I didn't say sewing.
Every time I have you sew a patch on my shit, it's like
It takes forever.
you gotta take it off and put it back on. You want it? Did you want it right here? And she'll sew it on, and it's like this. Oh no, right there would have been nice, but straight would be good.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't see straight. The eye doctor told me that shit.
She just said she admitted to being crooked.
I am fucking crooked. Can't see straight.
We could go on the smoke go. I
Smoko and Drinko.
don't think a Drinko is a thing.
I just made it a thing.
Oh, you just made it a thing.
Yeah, I did.
See, Mike said you're screwed now. Or no, that's Steve. Steve said you're screwed now.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, no. You know how I can get away with that, though?
No, you can't get it.
Just don't show her how to do it.
Oh, I'll learn how. watch
Good
it.
luck.
I'll watch a YouTube video on how.
You're going to have to
do
buy your own computer, too. Make your own studio.
it. Nope, I'm gonna use yours.
Oh, no, this is bad.
I'll teach. I'll show.
This is bad.
Well, I'll learn how to use a different background and shit, but I'm using all your shit.
Nope,
There's
can't
no
use my shit. It's mine.
There's no sense in buying all twice. When I got your shit down here.
I think it was Steve. Fuck you, Steve.
Hey,
For real, man. What the fuck did you get me into?
you started having me come on your show, dude. It wasn't Steve.
Oh, I'm obviously just fucking with him, gee whiz.
And I'm fucking with you. Because I'm loud.
You guys is crazy. I got the best. Mike's got the best group, but most of you guys are in Mike's group too, and we got a great little family in here too. Even though most of the guys over there must not like me because they don't come over here.
Well, that's okay. You got a good group.
It's quality, not quality over quantity.
Exactly. You got a good group.
Well, Wes is trying to talk. Look at this. You got another one.
Where's the time for that shot?
Yeah, Wes says it's time for another shot.
Hey, man. You're all gonna be banned.
We do have a very good family. Every once in a while, a troll slips in, but for the most part, everybody's fantastic.
We're gonna be out of Fireball soon.
I keep saying, this year we should plan a party at Mike's house for the 4th of July weekend. So 4th of July is on a Friday this year. So we could make it for Friday and Saturday, and everybody go home on Sunday.
Okay.
I am
We
not
can make the
talking to
drive.
you.
Well, you're talking to everybody.
Talking to my loyal fans.
Well, fuck you too. Take a shot while you're talking to him.
Oh, jeez. Mike likes talking shit about our Fireball. Mike likes talking shit about us drinking Fireball.
Nothing wrong with Fireball, Mike. I just can't have Jack all the time. Ah.
Give me a pop out of the fridge there, would you? Who's leaving? Larry gotta go? Or is that Steve that's gotta go? I missed it.
I missed it too. You want to pop?
Well, whoever's gotta go, thank you for stopping in. We're just talking a little about what we can remember from the week gone by here. Trump kicking ass. Trump kicking some more ass.
Oh, where's redneck smell smoke?
And then what happened after that? Trump kicked some more ass. Yeah. That's been a week. The
What?
truce in Gaza seems to still, they released another 3 people. So let's hope that holds up. And then keep releasing the people. I think releasing 3 every couple of weeks is just making it look a lot like you're buying your time for something. Just make them release them. And that's 2 and 3 at a time. Send them all. Like a party parade. It's like when something's happened, it's like, that makes them look really, really guilty of something. Then they go, oh, I'm so surprised that they were guilty of that. Well, fucking, they couldn't have made it more obvious.
These fuckers hurt my ears.
What else happened this week? Mike made it through another week. Good week. Didn't have to beat anybody with his leg this week. I think he said he's got something planned for next week. Good solid walloping with the leg on somebody. And we'll be sure to bring that footage to you. Right here on IWN. Hitting it with HardWire. I can't think of anything better. Hitting HIWH. Hitting it with HardWire. IWN HWH. Yeah, I was having you do you remember me telling you that I was getting really angry at my neighbors and I was about to go all Hatfields and McCoys on my neighbors?
Fuck up neighbors.
Yeah, it's getting bad again. And this time I went to mom and mom she asked me, who do you think you are? You think you own the road? And I went, oh, well, I thought I was being respectful contacting you, Mom. But if that's not the route we shall go, then there are other means to take care of this issue.
You can let the little demon out.
You can't ever tell people what you're going to do or let out
I
any
didn't
secrets.
say nothing. I just said you can let the little demon out. Fuck
My
around,
wife is
find
evil.
out.
She's already plotting.
Well, you fuck around and find out, man.
She's getting drunk when she's just sitting there going, yeah, man. Tell me fuck around and find out. I'm getting a bird flying in from the corner. I didn't know there was birds in the basement.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Goober on my microphone.
But why'd you put goober on your microphone?
Didn't do it.
You did it.
Did not.
You did too.
Must have fell from the ceiling.
Oh, in my ass.
Yeah, well, here's the issue.
I don't want neighbors either. Fuck it, motherfucker.
Why not? It's the Hittin It with HardWire show. Hitting It with HardWire. That's what he does. He just sits there and tells you all his bullshit. Because you're my therapist. Thank you.
Right, Mike Paul? Fucking neighbor.
This all started. The neighbor was a nice lady. She was.
Never met her.
She was nice, a little rowdy for an older lady.
Well, you got me then.
Shut up. Let me finish my story. But she was nice. I knew her, and I knew some of her kids' dad. I went to, like I say, I went to school with him. We used to play GI Joes together. He used to live right up the road from my house, and I didn't want to start no problems. She moved out and moved in with her boyfriend, and the landlord does not know this, that her children live there now, and she does not. And they're kids, you know, and I'm all about letting kids be kids. I've already heard that they were outside, like, puking all over the fucking grass and all this other shit. Don't care. The kids will be kids as long as they're not hurting nobody. I said, my only rules, I only have 2 rules to live next to me. Be a courteous neighbor. Do not block my driveway. Do not park. She got mad because I was complaining about where they were parked at, and they were parked right on my driveway. Like when I backed out, I had to worry about scraping the side of my vehicle down, their vehicle. Okay. And I live in a little one-way street. So how in the hell am I supposed to turn to get on the street? And then there's a fence right catty corner. So I almost back into the fence. I said, for fucking crying out loud. I said, the whole street's fairly packed except for the block they're on. From his car, about 6 car lengths in front of his car, nobody parks there. Nobody parks there. But they want to park behind his car in front of my fucking driveway. I said, look, that's all I'm asking. Don't be out between about midnight, 11 o'clock and 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, screaming outside while we're trying to sleep on a work day. Okay? Please. And then do not park in front of my driveway. Those are like my only 2 fucking rules. And they think I'm being a jerk. She tried to tell me she was going to get me for harassment. And I said, yes, I've messaged you quite a few times about this. But you keep telling me if I have problems with your son, let you know. So that throws harassment out the fucking window. Because you told me to keep a hold of you and let you know what was going on. And I wasn't being a jerk. She goes, I don't appreciate the threats of violence. Says, I am not dumb enough to threaten somebody by a text message. I am just not that stupid. Okay? I know better. And I know there are also, you know, ways of saying things without saying things. But the only thing I said was, will you take care of it? Or do I have to? Does that sound like a threat? I don't think so. It could mean a million things. What I'm saying, they're your children, and I'm trying to be nice and let you know that they're getting out of control, and you either take care of it or I will. And yeah, well, it's turning into a real thing. I told her my next thing is I'm friends with the landlord. I says, I'll just talk to the landlord and let him know what's going on over there. I said, cops are out of questions. I can't talk to the police. So, yeah, that's the other option. Or we can start playing, you know, the usual fun games of dog poop on your porch. Come out and, I don't know. There's a million fun neighborly games that you can play. The thing is I got cameras all the way around my house, so they can't come over to my house and fuck around. I had to send his mom one of his videos of her kid running out the house. He said it was a BB gun, but I don't think it was a BB gun. Come running out the house with a gun and chasing a car down the street, kicking it before it took off because you could hear the loud bang, thud, you know, where it kicked the car. And she said he told her that somebody had brought in drugs in his house, and he didn't want drugs in his house, so he chased him out of the house. And I said, let me send you my video camera footage. We'll solve this once and for all. And that's not what he said. He come out the house going, give me my shit. Give me my shit.
What's up now, nigga?
And he kept saying, give me my shit. And kicked the side of the car and chased the car all the way down the road with this BB gun, which is still not legal to chase somebody down with a fucking BB gun. But, you know, I'm not contacting law, but I sent it to her and said, hey, this is too much, man. Come on. You know, kids will be kids, but you got to tame them down a little bit, man, because they're getting a little out of control. And we knew that they're sitting out on the porch smoking dope all the time. These kids aren't old enough to smoke legally, you know what I mean? And they're drinking over there and all this other shit, and they're not old enough for that either. And it's none of my business. As long as they don't do anything that impinges upon my business, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. Shit. Shit.
I'm done with my little rant.
Wow, man.
Is that the right thing to do, HardWire, in that particular situation? Probably not. She told me, she goes, and I'll bring my boyfriend over and we'll have a discussion. I said, well, that's not necessary, but if you think it's necessary, you can bring as many people as you want. I don't care. I guarantee you I got more bullets than you got friends. Oh, don't worry, Mike. Alabama will jump on the fucking train eventually. I think it's going to be federally legalized before long because there's too many weird conflicting things going on between the government and states over these issues that they don't want to deal with and is hard to interpret. So I think eventually they will federally make it legal again. They might still leave it up to state, put a clause in there to leave it up to some states if they really don't want to not allow it, but I think everybody will allow it eventually. Aren't you going to run for mayor or Coleman? Mayor Mike? Why not? It's got a good ring to it, Mayor Mike. The mayor of Coleman, Alabama. Oh, well, shoot big. Fuck it. Skip right over that part. Aim high. That's what I was going to do if I was going to do it, but I think it's too late for me. I think there's too many bad digs people could make at me. I've got a YouTube channel that pretty much says that, yeah, you're never going to be in public office, pal. That would be my blonde wife. Blonde wife. If he runs for a district in Alabama and you do not live in that district, you won't get to vote for him. Mike appreciates the sentiment, though. I was literally gonna do the same thing. I was gonna run for House of Representative for my district, and I was very serious about it. And then, you know, I started YouTube. And I would have to somehow pull off a Jesse Ventura where nobody knew about it until after he left. I've been a good dude most of my life. But there are things that the Democrats would run with. So you're going to run on the Democratic ticket for Alabama, huh? Are you good? I don't know, Mike. You got to buy a suit and a tie. Or you, fuck, you might. I forgot where you're from. You probably already have a Gucci suit in your closet, don't you? Just be careful when you open up the closet to get your Gucci suit out that all them skeletons don't fall there. It look like one of them cartoons. Go in there and get a suit out. Those skeletons will fall out. All right, y'all. I don't want to bore you anymore. I bored you for an hour and 20 minutes. This was the special edition of Hittin It with HardWire
And his old lady.
and his old lady for Sunday. And I hope I don't have to do this too often, but every once in a while something might come up on a Sunday and I got to push it back.
I've started kicking some ass.
Now that football season is going to be over, not so many excuses why people can't be here till next football season. I would like to run, but I'm telling you, you have to find your local Republican, whatever they're called. They're like a group that has the ability to get you on that ticket. And the odds of them ever they'll just meet me and go, nope. Or I would. Maybe I'll run independent. All right, guys. Much love and respect. Much love, honor, and respect. And I love all of you.
Peace out.
Peace out, she said. I love all of you. And don't forget, we're all family here, man. We'll help each other out. If you ever need anything, hit me up or hit Mike up. And we will help you as much as we can. And we will ask people to do what they can to help. And because we are family. And if you can start planning now, start planning for the 4th of July weekend at Mike's. We're having a party.
Beware, we're coming.
Even if it's just
Be ready.
even if it's just me and my old lady and Mike, we'll party our asses off for everybody else. But it would be nice if at least a few other people could make it. We'll all try to make it a thing and try to get everybody there. All right, guys. Much love, honor, and respect. I love all of you, and God bless.
Hittin' it with HardWire. We're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, held a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul, teaching the world how to ride, how to roll. Rising up high when the shadows surround.